So welcome back students. In the previous video I talked about the first Gulf War, and it was the first Gulf War was being fought under the leadership of United States of America, and at that time the president was George H.W. Bush, and he was from the Republican Party, right? And he defeated Iraq and established US hegemony in world politics. But the next election, which was held in the 1992, and he lost the election. It means in the presidential election, the Republican they lost the election, and the Democrats they took victory in the election. So who took victory in the election? It was Bill Clinton. He took victory in the election, and he was the president of United States of America twice, from 1993 to 2001 for 8 years, and he was from Democratic Party, or he was a Democrat, right? Bill Clinton was not like George H.W. Bush. He was a very liberal and a democratic leader. Like it was in the era of the Bush, he took America as a superpower and established US hegemony as a hard power. In terms of, he's shown his strength in terms of military power, you could say, military with the military alliances. But Bill Clinton was something different. Bill Clinton won again in 1996. It means, I told you, he became the president of United States of America twice for 8 years. During his time, it was often seemed that the US had withdrawn into its internal affairs and was not fully engaged in world politics or the foreign policies. In the Clinton era, he mostly, you can say, addressed the soft issues like democracy, the promotion of the democracy across the world. He talks a lot about and worked a lot on climate change, world trade, rather than, you can say, hard politics of war. So his particular time period, you can say, was a golden era, and he was being regarded as the president who took care of, you can say, democracy across the world and the promotion of the democracy across the world, and hardly America involved in any of the war. Yes, United States of America participated in a few peace programs through UN peacekeeping operations or maybe direct interventions, because during the particular phase of 1993 to 2001, hardly any upheavals you could have seen in the world. So कुछ ही ऐसे जगह है जहाँ पे अमेरिका का डायरेक्ट इंटरफेरेंस रहा, एंड दैट वाज एज ए पीस कीपिंग ऑपरेशन के हिसाब से वहाँ का सिविल वॉर या जो भी सिचुएशन था उस सिचुएशन को संभालने के लिए, बट नॉट एज ए वॉर, राइट? सो लेट्स डिस्कस द क्लिंटन एरा. ही वॉज अ वेरी soft spoken, not only soft spoken, but his target was, he wanted to, you can say, establish US hegemony in soft area or soft politics, not in hard politics, because if you wanted to show yourself as one of the most powerful nation of the world, you need to be in the both the side. Hard power already Bush दिखा चुके थे, and he established the supremacy of US armed forces. Now soft power में promotion of the democracy and all those things, Clinton worked a lot. Somalia. The Battle of Mogadishu occurred in Somalia in 1993. 2 US helicopters were shot down in that particular, and USA helped, you can say, Somalia in order to establish the peace and tranquility over there. In an urban battle that killed around 18 American soldiers, wounded about 73 others, and one was taken as prisoner. There were many more Somali casualties. Some of the American bodies were dragged through the road, and ultimately, seeing that, उसको देखते हुए, in response, US forces were ultimately withdrawn from Somalia, and later conflicts were approached with the fewer soldiers on the ground, and a peace treaty was finally being signed in between the rebels and the government, and democracy established. Rwanda. In April 1994, genocide broke out in Rwanda. Intelligence report indicate that fearing a reprisal of the events in the Somalia the previous year, Clinton chose not to intervene because already he has seen what exactly happened it was in Somalia. So उससे वो दूर रहना पसंद करें. Next, Bosnia and Herzegovina. It was in the Eastern European country. In 1995, US and NATO aircraft bombed Bosnia's Serb targets, Serbian को target किया गया था to halt attack on UN safe zone and pressure them into a peace accord that would end the Bosnian war. And finally, Clinton deployed US peacekeeping operation. That's not exactly US keeping, UN peacekeeping operation also in Bosnia in late 1995, and subsequently agreement was being signed and they moved out from that. Irish peace talk in 1992. Before his presidency, Clinton proposed sending a peace envoy to Northern Ireland. There was a problem in between Northern Ireland and you can say United Kingdom, in order to avoid the tensions with the United Kingdom government. In November 1995, Clinton became the first US president to visit Northern Ireland. उससे पहले कोई president नहीं गए थे Northern Ireland में. And ultimately, counseling हुआ and took the became a mediator in between United Kingdom and Northern Ireland, and the negotiations took place. Despite unionist criticisms, Clinton used this as a way to negotiate an end to the violent conflict with London, Dublin, and the parliamentaries and the other groups. And Clinton went on to play a key role in the peace talks, which eventually led to the Good Friday Agreement in 1998. And दोनों का बीच का जो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट था यूनाइटेड किंगडम एंड आयरिश रिपब्लिक का नॉर्दर्न आयरलैंड का कॉन्फ्लिक्ट वो ख़त्म हो जाता है. ओसामा बिन लादेन played very important. He was the you can say leader of Al-Qaeda and very close to Saddam Hussein of Iraq. Capturing Osama bin Laden had been an objective of US government during the presidency of the Bill Clinton, though it was not possible. Despite claims by Mansour Ijaz and Sudanese official that the Sudanese government had offered to arrest and extradite bin Laden and that US authority rejected each offer. वो directly Osama bin Laden को पकड़ना चाह रहे थे because he was at that particular period of time an international terrorist. So Bill Clinton era में देखेंगे तो that was exactly you can say peaceful coexistence था. Hardly there was any fight. Kosovo, more or less, if people know, Clinton did Air Force personnel at air base in May 5th of May 1999 in the midst of the brutal crackdown on the ethnic Albanians separatists in the province of the Kosovo by the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia. This is the problem with the Yugoslavia, and the ethnic stripes were there, ethnic conflict between the two communities. Clinton authorized the use of US armed forces in a NATO bombing campaign against Yugoslavia in 1999 named Operations Allied Force. To stop the ethnic stripes in between Albanian and the Kosovo, Albanian you can say, and Serbian, and ultimately a guerrilla military war was stopped there. So in more or less you can say US worked during that particular period of time in most of the peacekeeping operations. In Iraq, the administration then launched the 4-day bombing campaign named Operation Desert Fox from 16th December to 19th of December in 1998. But USA was isolated at that time, isolated themselves from this particular war. At the end, these operations, Clinton announced that so long as Saddam remains in power, he will remain as a threat to his people, his region, and the mankind. And the next phase, they attack Iraq, and that's the second part, the Gulf War II. Vietnam. Clinton's November 2000 visit to the Vietnam was the first by a US president since the end of the Vietnamese War. North and South Vietnam के बीच में the war हुआ था. And Vietnam is a very strategic place because China के पास है. In October 10, 2000, Clinton signed into a law the US-China Relations Act in 2000, which granted